Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Professor Builds Satisfactory. We are finally here. We are going to close out Phase 4 and begin the final phase of the game. I know it's what you've all been waiting for. It's certainly what I've been waiting for. I actually was thinking about it yesterday, all afternoon and evening, and then immediately got it this morning and started thinking about it and was like, oh my god, what else am I going to be able to do? That's what this game has done to me. 82 episodes in, and I cannot wait to get started with Phase 5. To me, Phase 5 actually feels like, because of the way I'm thinking about it at least, it's almost the beginning of the game all over again, because I am going to be rethinking about each individual facility. How can we make them as efficient as possible, both from a power and a production perspective, as well as making sure that we are producing everything that we need to. Now, at the end of the day, I'm still me. I'm still only going to produce what I need to deliver Phase 5. I'm not going to make sure to overproduce necessarily, but I have learned a lot about the way these pieces come together. So let's go ahead and jump back in. Let's wrap up Phase 4. I will tell you that in order to get to this point, I have basically had to let the game run just to finish off specifically the advanced director systems. That was the most inefficient setup, and it was because of how many things had to come together to make it happen, and the requirements for those pieces that came together. Everything required plastic, everything required circuit boards, everything required computers. With the exception of the heavy modular frames, that was really the only thing that went fairly smoothly. Everything else just was absorbing things from each other, and it really made the efficiencies very, very difficult. In any case, let's jump back in, let's wrap up Phase 4, and let's start the process of beginning Phase 5. Okay, so as you can see up in the top right-hand corner, we wrapped up thermal propulsion rockets, we wrapped up nuclear pasta. Now that was me basically just going back and forth, taking copper powder, taking aluminum casings, in order to get the fused modular frames that I needed for the thermal propulsion rockets and things like that. So I didn't want to record any of that. It was just me spending a lot of time going back and forth up and down the stairs whenever I needed to make those quick runs. And then yesterday, I basically just let the game run for 6 hours in order to produce 150 advanced director systems. So I'm going to take all of these. The next thing is I still have the assembler here, so I'm going to get rid of it. I can get rid of this now. And I'm going to get rid of... This is the supercomputers. So the next thing I want to do real quickly is I want to make sure that these things are still working. That they're still producing. So nope. So, because I have this sneaking suspicion that supercomputers are still going to be needed. We've got computers here. I am already storing computers. What I did do is I took the automated wirings, I ran them into a storage unit, so they're going into storage already. I did that in between episodes, so I apologize for not showing you all that. But I want to make sure that I do that for supercomputers, because I don't know when we're going to get to this facility to update it. So let me go ahead and figure out what the best plan is for getting supercomputers into storage. And then I'll take all the ones that I just got. I think... Okay, first of all, let me get rid of you. And you. Okay. Yeah, the best thing I think is just to Okay, hold on. Just to do this, and we will take you, and then hopefully I can go from you to you. There we go. And then I will go ahead and pop those in there. I am going to keep 15 simply because I may need them. I don't know. I did almost run out of steel beams in the middle of all of this. All right. I have some extra computers are being stored right there, so I don't need to worry about that. I probably should store circuit boards, but at the moment, I'm not going to worry about it. I think that's really all that I... Oh. Yeah, I haven't done anything with that facility there as far as storing things. But that's okay. We can do that another time. Because I actually have, well, when I turn them on, when I turn on the facilities, I have a facility that's also producing heavy modular frames, so I don't necessarily need another one. I only built that one here because I knew I was going to need it for the advanced director systems. Okay, here goes. There's my particle accelerator still connected. Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's so much better. I can almost bet. Nope, I don't. I actually thought I was going to have some excess copper powder from that, but apparently not. Okay, that's fine. And then there's where we were crafting the thermal propulsion rockets. And I think I may have actually gotten... Yeah, I still have 4 of those. Okay. There it is. All check marks.
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, you're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over. Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and fix-it policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have. Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job. We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
The writing has been phenomenal. Okay. I am curious as to how small of a percentage it is of people that have finished Phase 4.
Phase 4 of Project Assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand the weight on your shoulders, but you are not alone. I am here, and I know exactly what's at stake. This goes beyond Earth. Your actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish project assembly. Phase 5 awaits. I expect your best work.
Okay. There it is. The space elevator, the Phase 4 space elevator is complete. So that actually is going to be the very first thing that we're going to do. We're going to move the space elevator out. We're also going to fix some of the power connectivity. Not problems necessarily that we have, but that I feel are an issue. I think if you'll notice during the presentation, it looked like one of the items that we're going to unlock in the milestones is, it looks like it's a transporter. So instead of having to use the power lines to go from facility to facility, I can just walk. I can just go back and forth very, very quickly. So that'll be fantastic. I'll absolutely love that. But also notice the very first item in Phase 5 is more nuclear pasta. And considering the power issues that we had with nuclear pasta, God help me. The good thing is I do still have copper powder being produced over at the aluminum production facility. So that's going to continue to run, and we can go ahead and do nuclear pasta fairly easily, except it was copper powder and, it was those particle conversion units, I think. Oops. Yeah. Pressure conversion cubes, which require fused modular frames. Oh, God, and remote control units. Oh, God, help me. That means we're going to need 1,000. It means we're going to need 1,000 fused modular frames, and it means that we're going to need 2,000 remote control units. Again, God help me. Because the remote control units, if you'll remember correctly, required crystal oscillators, which is built off of crystal, obviously. And then computers. So we're going to need 4,000 computers. No, 2,000 computers. Anyway. And a crap ton of aluminum casings. So we may actually need to upgrade our aluminum production sooner rather than later, just to be able to handle that, because we're going to need to really get aluminum casings producing quickly. And remember, one of the things I had said I wanted to do many episodes ago was I wanted to upgrade the bauxite mine that's at the very first one that we unlocked, and turn it into a Mark III. So instead of it producing 360, it's producing 720. And then I want to move the entire aluminum production down closer to where it is so that it's running off of the main ocean water. But we're still going to have to figure out how to transport all of that aluminum over to the fused modular frames. And fused modular frames require nitrogen. So I'm wondering... That's the weird thing. It's such an interesting combination. It's a combination of limestone, modular frames, which is all about iron, unless you use a steel, one of the steel recipes, but then you're requiring coal. The aluminum, and then crystal, because of the remote control units, as well as computers, which requires plastic. So it's because of the way that my map is set up, it's such a weird combination of facilities. Okay, first thing I want to do, before we even look at what the milestone requirements are, is I want to try and figure out... I can't even do that. Alright, I'm doing this just to see. All right, I think that'll do it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be a 7 by 7. Okay. All right, so we need 7 by 7. And of course, we can turn it afterwards, so... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Grab you. The rock I shouldn't need to worry about. Okay, so now let me go. Alright, let me do one more row here. Okay, that's 4. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more row. Okay. Wow, it even takes a long time to dismantle. Okay, we should be able to put it right here. Hold on. You know what? Let me do it from up at the top of the power tower over here. Give me an invalid aim location. Okay. All right, let me see if I can do it at the top of this limestone. There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay, so this power tower is perfectly fine. The one I want to move is this one here. It's the one that connects to the quick wire, and I just want it to be more. Okay, so I want to get rid of you, and I want to put you so something like this, except, well, hold on, like that. Okay. Nope. Oh. And really, I want to move this one too. I want to move it away. How has this one got 3? There's one there, and there's one there. Oh, and then it's got the one down below. Okay, yeah, that is 3. Crap. I'm going to have to run it off of this one. Darn. Alright, let me get rid of all of this stuff here, because I don't need it anymore either. This was all being used for... Oops. Nope. The storage, this storage here has got a crap ton of rubber in it. And I know I'm going to need that, so... Okay, so there's that. We haven't even looked at milestones yet. That's running production to the geothermal and the sulfur. What I'm thinking... Thankfully, none of this stuff has power, so I I just need to make sure that I connect up, because right now I turned off power to quick wire by changing its connectivity. I wonder if I can connect this one to this one directly. Then I still have the issue of this is out of connection points. We don't have any upgraded power towers like we do with the power poles. Shoot. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to do it this way then. I just don't like it. And then I'm going to send you. Okay, so that gets quick wire back up and running. That also brings the geothermal online and the coal that's up there as part of the total power capacity. Okay, all right. And then the power to this can run there. Okay. And we have 12 coupons, which I'm very surprised at, to be completely honest with you. 39 total tickets at the moment. Okay. Here goes. Let's take a look at the milestones. Oh, we only have one tier of milestone. That's interesting. Okay. So matter conversion is fix-it ingots, requires fused modular frames, remote control units, and whatever these are. There they are. Cooling systems. That gets us scannable resource of SAM. I've already... Oh, no, I don't have it as scannable. But I have all of this unlocked. Because I unlocked it via my SAM, my research system. Time crystals, biochemical sculptor, diamonds, of course. I guess I should not be surprised. Fix-it ingot, fix-it trigon, and a matter converter. Quantum encoding, excited photonic matter, dark matter residue, dark matter crystal, superposition oscillator, neural quantum processor, AI expansion server. God, I don't need to hear any more about AI. It's my entire life as it is. Quantum encoder. Then we got blueprint Mark IIIs. Main portal, satellite portal. Okay, so there's our teleporters. It doesn't help us with transport, though. Singularity cell. Ballistic warp drive. And then peak efficiency, belt 6, lift 6. Fixonium. And Fixonium fuel rod. Okay, so there's no... So here's what I was looking for. I expected there to be... I did not expect there to be a Mark 6 anything. But it's good to know that from a miner perspective, Mark 3 is the top level miner. So we are going to need to make sure that we have turbo motors, because turbo motors were required, if I remember correctly, for Mark 3 miners. What is required for the spatial energy? Turbo motors. Okay, so we actually have to do matter conversion and quantum encoding before we can do spatial energy residue. So I'm not going to get teleporters anytime soon, unfortunately. And then matter conversion unlocks the biochemical sculptor, which is the second item in Phase 5. The third item in Phase 5 is AI expansion server. And then the fourth one is the ballistic warp drive. So at the end of the day, we actually don't even need these other two milestones other than to get an achievement in the game. Alright, so I might as well go ahead and select this. And I'll go ahead and move you in there now. And get that out of my inventory. We need 100 fused modular frames. That's actually fairly easy and straightforward other than the aluminum requirement. Because I'm actually still producing the fused modular frames. I'm just going to have to take some more heavy modular frames over there. I've already got 50 to 32, and there's one. It's a 1-to-1. The one that I think sucks is the remote control units. It was remote control units, wasn't it? Radio control units. All right, whatever. Yeah, so crystal oscillators. So 100 crystal oscillators will give me 200 radio control units. I've already got 100 of those. And see, this is the other thing. They require aluminum casings too. Yeah, we're going to need to do the aluminum casings first. I also need to... I basically let the cooling systems stop producing. Because I didn't need them anymore. I collected as many as I needed. So I think we should probably go and make sure that they're producing, so that we can get the remaining 400 that we need. I can put the 53 that I have into the storage unit that's over there. So I think here's what we're going to do. Okay. I want to try and get things moving for the milestones, but I also want to start rebuilding, especially this one here. And I think part of my problem with this one here is going to be how I do it. What? No. Oh, shoot. Somehow I messed up. Okay, there we go. Nope. Wire's too long. Crap. Alright. One thing at a time. I got too many things going on in my head now. Let's go ahead and head over. I want to go drop off the heavy modular frames. I have not been picking up aluminum casings for a while. So there's a good chance that I might be able to drop off enough heavy modular frames and then transport, just carry over aluminum casings to get that 100 and be done. So, okay, yeah. Alright, I am going to have to bring over more heavy modular frames. Good to know. I'll do it in between episodes. I'm not going to make you all live through it. Alright, so there's that. And it can go ahead and start producing now, because it already had some aluminum casings. Alright, let's head back. What I want to do is I'm going to pick up a crap ton of plastic from over where we just were for the picking up of the advanced director systems. Because I was right. I was pretty sure I was not going to need advanced... to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to need advanced director systems. Because I don't know what the recipe is for the AI conversion unit or whatever the first one item, the first is. Now the rocket, that absolutely could require thermal propulsion rockets. Oh God, God help me. Actually, you know what? Focusing on rebuild and the milestones rather than even trying to worry about... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, it's too late now. Oh, this is out of rubber. I'm going to need to get some more rubber. This was producing computers. Well, to be honest, I actually don't think we need to. Okay, you know what? We'll worry about the rest of this later. That's quick wire. This is what I want. Alright, so I don't have any room. Alright, let me get rid of anything that's extra. So you, and you. Plastic, obviously, I want. That. Okay, that's better. I still need to get rid of more. Don't worry, I'll pick it up on the way back. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take plastic with me, and then I'm going to bring back rubber. Oh, I don't need to bring back rubber. I leave myself room for aluminum casings. I think that's good enough for... Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay. That's quick wire. Okay. Yeah, I just want to get the cooling systems running. And then keep in mind, we still have 2 iron veins right here that we haven't even touched. But yeah, I think it's going to be hugely important that we upgrade the mine that's up there for the bauxite and bring it down and just run everything right over there. The interesting thing is going to be how we're going to get the water, but one problem at a time. And then it's going to be transport. If you looked at the... Oh, okay. If you looked at the milestones, there were no new transport items. So, yeah. Okay. So the problem that we're having here is the same one that we had at the other location. All right, that's not... where's... Here it is. Okay, so that's going to produce the packaging. The packaging will then go in here and we'll produce... That's now back to running aluminum. Okay. Alright, now then. I don't need to get rid of the cooling systems that are in my inventory at the moment. do I have any in my inventory? No, I don't. Okay. I need to go run over and pick up... Nope, wrong way. There's a storage unit of rubber. Oh, I don't need the rubber. I keep thinking I need the rubber. I just tore that down. I don't need the rubber. What I do need are aluminum casings. Oops. I just hurted myself. Oh, cool. Let's take... Oh, I can't. Actually, let me put one of these back. And then I'm going to go grab some heavy modular frames. Actually, I want to make sure that they're going into storage, which they already are. All right, good. Question though is why are none coming down? I know they're slow, but I don't remember them being that slow. Oh, that's the encased industrial beams, which are then going up top. Yeah, it's the encased industrial beams that are taking so long for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Yeah, there's one there. So they are definitely producing. They're just producing very, very slowly. Huh. I think I've split my coal too much. Well, that's actually okay, because we're going to remove the output in front that's going to aluminum. Yeah, that's what the problem is I'm not getting enough, I'm not getting coal in fast enough. Okay, well, I mean, it's good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, I wanted to grab extra heavy modular frames. I took over 83. There's 94. There we go, that should do it. Yeah, matter of fact, one of the things that I think we can do for upgrading the aluminum here is set up another transport from the coal facility. I don't know. Well, I'll have to think about that. Alright, let me go get rid of all of this aluminum. We've got cooling systems running now. Fuse modular frames. Now we just need to worry about the radio control units, which also require aluminum, by the way. But hopefully the... Whoa. Hopefully the production of fuse modular frames will finish before... Actually, no, because I've already got all the pieces that I need for radio control units. I've already got 100 crystal oscillators. I've already got 200 computers. It's just the aluminum casings. There's that. And that. Okay. They are still slow, though. Even with it full, it's going to take a bit. Is that a Mark II belt? Yeah, it is. Okay. Is that a Mark II lift? I can't tell. Nope. So that was part of the problem. That was definitely part of the problem. It was always waiting on aluminum casings even when this was full. Okay. Alright, so we've got a plan in place now for the fuse modular frames. We've got the cooling systems running. I don't remember how many are over there, but we've probably got... Well, we've definitely got 150 left already. So it's just a question of getting another 350. And those actually produce pretty quickly, surprisingly enough. Okay. So, what do we do next, is the question. One is we need to start turning back on things. So, for example... The limestone production that's here, I think we can go ahead and turn that back on. Steel we cannot turn back on simply because there's nothing to do at the moment. What I do, though, want to do, being that we're going to need a crap ton of copper powder, and it does not produce very quickly, unfortunately. I had to sit and wait for that 2 days ago, is I want to just tear all of this down and start over. I also want to make this probably my first Mark III, because this is an impure vein. It's the only way that we're going to get anything out of it. I'm actually thinking that we stop trying to do too much with this particular copper location and just make it copper powder. Because 1,000 nuclear pasta, that's going to require 200,000 copper powder. Or is it 2 million? It's 200 per. I'm sorry, I should be able to do this in my head. It's either 200,000 or 2 million. But I'm gonna pull it up on a 200,000. So we need 200,000 copper powder. The copper powder that comes out of constructors is 50 each. So we got to get 4 runs of that just to be able to produce 1 nuclear pasta. And then keep in mind, we still have the problem of producing the conversion cubes and the fluctuations in power. So we are going to absolutely have to increase our power production in order to support some of this stuff. Or we're just going to have to back off other power usages until, while that's running, which is basically what I had to do for the end of the last phase. So what do we need for a Mark III miner? All right, I'm going to get 2 from breaking that down. I need 1 more portable miner, and then everything else I already have in my personal inventory. So we're going to make this the last thing that we do for this episode. And then we'll figure out what to do after that. Because obviously there's a lot to do. Portable miner. And one of the things that I'm going to have to do is make sure that we get this facility up and running so that we have all of the necessary common parts that are used for floors, belts, lifts, all that kind of stuff, in order to make sure that we always have enough in dimensional depots. That's the reason why I turned back on the limestone facility, is to fill back up the dimensional depot. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I need to go up here. This has been running. Okay, so that's motors. This was rotors. This was producing stators. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you. I'm going to put you down here. I'm going to put the stators in here. I'm going to put the motors. Actually, I need to keep 1 thing of motors in my personal inventory. Oh, I actually have 14 nuclear... No, I have 14 pressure conversion cubes. Okay. I think that's it. The rotors I need to keep in my inventory for something else that gets produced, so we'll do that. Alright, now let's go up to the top. I think the top floor isn't doing anything, but I also don't remember if I'm storing it. I'm not. Okay. Alright, so that actually shouldn't be doing anything. I am going to be so glad when I was really wondering if we were going to get Phase 4 done before 1.1 came out. And we did. Okay, so let's go down below. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's full of copper sheeting. That's got cable. That's got copper wire. Yeah, so I don't need any of this right now. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay. Production, Miner Mark III. We want to go this way with it. That's definitely a heftier looking miner, that's for sure. Alright, so you're going to now produce 120, which means that I can get 4. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to just start all over. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be a whole lot better than the copper powder one that's running over there, but I need 4 smelters. And I'm going to need splitters. Okay. Alright, so copper, 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 and then I have ore that I can get rid of. Okay, good. Was there another one in here? Okay. Oops. Not lined up. Try that again. do have them situated right direction, right? Okay. So I'm going to need... I'm going to need to do... I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to, but I am going to have to. Crap. That's not what I want either. Actually, this is fine. So I'll put one here. And then this will be... And I'm going to put another one... like this. Okay. Oh, hold on. That. Spray of that. Oh, okay, I think I know how I can do this. I can do it this way. Okay. There's that. 120 into here with a Mark II, 60, 60, and then 30, 30, 30, 30. Got it. Okay. All right. I am going to get rid of you and you because I'm going to go up a level for the constructors. All right, these all produce 30 per minute. That's not right. Okay. And I want copper powder. Yeah, there's the problem. They need 300 per minute. And at the moment, the best that I'm going to get is 120 per minute. So really, I only need the one constructor. I just need to merge all of these together. And that's what I was not doing over there. I was merging them 60 per minute into two constructors and praying that that was going to be enough. to be completely honest. And it's not. At the end of the day, it's not. It's why copper powder takes so long. Alright, but let's do that. Alright, so we're going to take... Let me put one there. And we'll put one there. Okay. And then I'll need to merge them again. Well, that wasn't what I wanted, but that'll, I mean, it would work. Okay. Okay. And then this is going to produce copper powder. So we will put a new industrial storage unit right there. How much is this going to produce? It's 50. Yeah, it's 50 per minute. That's just, God, it's so low, so small of a number. All right, let's get this all wired up. Okay. There we go. Now, the good thing is the other copper location that's already making copper powder, I am pretty sure is, Actually, you know what? I'm going to put these into the fix-it. I'm going to put a lot of this in there to craft some more tickets. Considering I got these storage units here that are just full of the stuff. And then this is full of quick wire now. Why? Where's this light coming from? Oh. That's where it's coming from. Okay. Anyway. The copper vein that's already crafting copper powder, I think is a normal, so I can probably upgrade it to Mark III and then get even better copper powder production out of that. And I think maybe we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. I'm going to run over here to the Fix-It. Or the Awesome Sink. Awesome Sink, that's what it's called. And we are going to drop all of you in. I can definitely drop all of that in there. I'll drop that in there. I want to make sure that I keep some of this stuff in my inventory because I know I use it. And I do have the setting to pull from my inventory first. Okay, so that gets a lot running as far as the milestone. Wow, look at all of the space that we have now. The reason why I think that's important is I want this. Is there any rubber in here? Or is this empty? No, it still has rubber. Okay. Good. Is I think this actually gives me the opportunity to make this larger. That's interesting. That was kind of making interesting visuals up there. Do I have any room in any of these storage units for what I just got from a steel? Nothing there. Yes. Alright, so we'll drop that in there. Okay. I have... How many did I say I have? 32 fused modular frames? Oh, shoot, I only need 68. Yeah, I only need 68 in order to actually get to that piece of the milestone. We still have to worry about radio control units, for God's sakes. Alright, and I need 250, so I need 250 crystal oscillators. I'm going to need 250, I guess. No, I need 500 computers. I don't know if I have 500. Yeah, I don't know if I have 500. Especially considering I tore all of that down. And then there's the aluminum casings is the other problem. Okay, well, we've definitely got some things to do for the next episode. As always, if you've been enjoying the content, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. And in the next episode, we're going to keep moving forward with Phase 5. A lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. And hopefully I'll see you there. Talk to you soon.